It's not often we get to talk about other YouTubers on this channel, but today we felt compelled to talk about Rick Beato and his ongoing struggles with YouTube as well as the Universal Music Group. He's been given 3 strikes, which is putting his channel under the cloud of permanent disablement. The reason for that is his use of musical works as part of his YouTube videos. He feels it's very unfair. Al, do you feel as if there's a case here?
Oh, good morning, mate. And I 100% do. I kind of really feel for him. I quite enjoy watching his videos. I really enjoyed the Justin Hawkins, I guess, kind of reaction video and deeper discussion around it. And I just kind of think I can't see what the real issue is. I understand the law. I kind of get that. And my understanding was that YouTube reviewers such as us, you could use kind of snippets up to around the 10-second mark within your video. And I can't see what the issue is, mate. Now, you're a man of the law. You know your stuff here. Where do you stand on it? Because I can't see what the real issue is.
I feel as if he should have known better. The reason for this is he's got millions of subscribers. He's a successful channel, and not everyone has one of those. It's not easy to get monetized, despite what people might try and tell you. And he has known the rules in relation to this for quite some time. And he's not just been given 1 strike, he's been given 3 strikes.
Yeah, look, that's fair enough. I mean, is there a two-pronged conversation here? Like, he's obviously done the wrong thing. He has broken the rules or the laws or whatever. But the question I'll throw back to you, mate, is do you think that labels such as Universal genuinely care about artists and records, or is it just after the old mighty Mamula? Because really, at the end of the day, I can't see why a music review episode that might have up to 8 to 10 seconds of a song, positively talking about it, and quite often having that artist on the channel or show is such an issue. I still don't get it. I'm going to be on team Rick here, mate. I feel he's a bit hard done by.
Well, I mean, put it this way, the Universal Music Group do represent artists. So let's put that out there. But there's 2 sides of this argument. The first side of the argument is with the videos that he has out there. Would people be watching the videos if it weren't for the music that has been part of the videos? Now, I think that is pretty interesting. You could argue either way. Rick Beato, on the other hand, would argue that it's him that people are going to see. So in whatever way that I sort of see it, and whatever way you want to argue, Rick, if he wants to really truly believe that music isn't integral to his channel, and in some ways it is. I know I've seen some of his videos, but I feel as if there are ways that he could be flying less close to the sun. Now, you mentioned the 10-second rule. The 10-second rule isn't actually a rule. I get that. I understand that. But you do have to be mindful, especially if he's got the channel to begin with. He's got the critical mass. People are going and really sort of seeing him in a lot of ways. So maybe having a situation where he isn't actually putting music out there might be one of the solutions. I mean, without a wholesale change to the rules. Because, I mean, other than that, I think there is this other conversation. I think we both acknowledge this. The rules are probably not quite where they need to be.
No, absolutely. And in terms of Rick's content, I don't think I mean, he really knows his stuff. He was a music producer and all this kind of stuff. And he really doesn't want to fight the legal battle. The recent video that he kind of was talking about was the fact, he's 63. He wants other people to kind of take care of it and change these rules, I guess. But his actual content really does rely on samples because he's talking about specifics within music and artists and all that kind of stuff. So it really does back up what he's trying to say. But I really don't think that it's doing any harm. So I think, yes, he has broken the rules and he's going to get a slap on the wrist or whatever it is, or possibly have his whole content removed. But I think at the same time, there's a genuine conversation here that the rules should be changed fairly to ensure that artists aren't being ripped off by any means, but that there's opportunities for people like us on the ground to maybe use samples to back up what we're trying to say, mate.
Yeah, look, there's probably midway points here. I think there's a whole discussion about the actual rules themselves. It's not a new discussion. For example, if you're a bricks and mortar shop, you can pay a license fee of $30 and it gives you the right to play the radio in the background, for example. There's ways in which this might be able to be done, but I don't see there being a lot of incentive for YouTube as it stands at the moment. We've got to remember they more or less have this market monopolized in terms of video, and the videos that we used to produce. I mean, you could argue TikTok is a contender, but people don't watch TikTok videos quite like they watch YouTube videos. So I think unless there is a change in that landscape, I don't see a lot of incentive. But I think that there is a fundamental issue around how artists are being paid and remunerated, and I don't see this as being really big bad Universal Music Group trying to get every sweet dollar out of there. There really isn't a lot of dollars there to distribute, especially for the artists that are struggling. So I think there needs to be a better way. In terms of what that better way is, I feel as if that is an ongoing discussion. But let us know in the comments, do you feel that Rick Beato is being hard done by like what Al is arguing, or do you feel probably more like myself that really he should have probably known better? Let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know in the comments.